Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk about, well, first of all, anyone who's never been on this channel and maybe this is your first video. Anyone who's been on this channel and maybe you've watched other videos with the same title. Anyone who's already a subscriber, anyone who's not a subscriber. Just take a look at this short video and you will see. Sorry guys, something is just coming to my view and I need to handle it really quickly. You'll notice that this is part 1. Now the reason that is because I've decided to do a short mini-series on this game. Why this game? Because of all of the other games that I have, yes, I have a couple of them that are similar to this, but not everything I own has a rule book with this many pages. Now, there are a couple pages that are unnecessary for rules and understanding. Then there's terms and definitions, advertisements, and you have 4 story pages, which will come into effect later. But today, we're going to talk about character boards. Okay? So let's go ahead and open up the game and dive in. And with that, I officially welcome everyone to the first episode of the first mini-series I've ever had. So today we're going to talk about character boards. First thing you need to understand is that there are 31 different characters in this game. You have, and I'm going to just breeze through them really quickly because I already did in the first video of the unboxing. You have Rumpelstiltskin, Snow White, or Tin Man, Scarecrow, Snow White, Robin Hood, the Sea Witch, which I attribute that to Ursula, Red, or Little Red Riding Hood, Rapunzel, Pied Piper, Quasimodo, Pinocchio, Puss in Boots, Pan, or Peter Pan, Pocahontas, Fa Mulan, Mowgli, the Huntsman. Let me just set those down. Mother Goose, Hook, Morgan Le Fay. I implore anyone that's watching this video to help me out here because there are 3 characters here right in a row that I'm just not positive who they are. Morgan Le Fay sounds familiar, but I don't know who it is. Grendel, I know I've heard that name, but I still don't remember who it is. Leland Thorne, I don't think I know that name. So anyone who happens to know who those 3 characters are, please leave a comment below and tell me who they are. Next we have Goldilocks. Then we have Glinda. That's the Good Witch of the North. Big Bad Wolf. Dorothy. The Beast, Cowardly Lion, Bastinda, the Wicked Witch of the West, Cheshire, or Cheshire Cat, Alice from Wonderland. That is all 31 characters that come with this game. These being, let's see here, 6 by 6, that's 36 people that are represented right here. Even though there's only 31 characters. I can tell you for sure, this one and this one are not here. Those don't count. So there's 2, 4, and we have 1 more here. That should be Mowgli. Well, I don't see the last one. If anyone else does, let me know. But there's 2 of them at least. The tokens, I'm going to touch on this just really quickly. The tokens represent the characters as you're moving around on the board. This is, for anyone who doesn't know, this is a card game that you play like a board game. It probably, I'm not saying it definitely does, and I don't want to use this term lightly because I know there's a lot of people out there that are watching these videos that do not like this concept, but it probably takes its roots from D&D. And you'll understand that better later when we start talking about the location cards. So, one thing I want to point out is that most of these characters should have pretty similar stats, or nearly similar. The Big Bad Wolf has a little bit higher. The Beast has a little bit higher. The Cheshire Cat has a little bit lower. But most of these all have a health of 20, a movement of 5. Let's see here. Puss in Boots, a little bit lower. Pinocchio, that's surprising. Alright, let's see here. Rapunzel. Okay, so presuming that you guys can still see all of this. Okay, and Rumpelstiltskin. There might be one other one I might have missed or skipped on accident. But these 5 here, or 6, most of the other ones all have a health of 20 and a movement of 5. Sorry. Health of 20, movement of 5. These 3 have a health of 15 and a movement of 7. These 3, these 4. Health of 15, movement of 7. These 2, Big Bad Wolf and Beast, have a health of 25, movement of 3. Meaning, these guys are smaller. They might have less health, but they move faster. These guys are bigger. They have more health, move slower. Now, let's actually get to the logistics of all of this. And I'm just going to use the Beast here because the Beast is one of my wife's favorite characters, and I want her to watch the video too. So there are 6 points to any character sheet that you're going to have to understand. The first one is these right here, these 5 squares. These are the traits. Okay, let's do this because the one I'm talking about is kind of fading into the background. Okay, so there's that and that. So these 5 here are traits. This square is reputation. That's number 2. Number 3 is your status bar. Number 4 is your signature moves. Those are these 3 right here. Number 5 is your super move. And number 6 is your item slots. Now, let me very quickly just touch on each section here. Your health is how many traits you have. When you lose traits, you lose health. When you lose health, you lose traits. They are one and the same. I don't particularly care for that mechanic, but I've yet to play the game, so I don't need to be one passing judgment right now. Your reputation are points earned later through quests and missions and things like that. Your item slots, you can hold up to 2 items unless, whoops, did not mean for that to happen. Unless you recruit another character later. And we'll talk about recruitment later. But let's say you are the Beast. You recruit the Big Bad Wolf. It doesn't matter that they have the same couple of stats. That has nothing to do with this. You can hold 2 items. Unless you have another character, then you can hold 4 items. So that is something to think about. Here you have your signature moves, which are, right here. For the Beast, you have Pound, Overhead Smash, and Shoulder Smash. They all have an attack of 5. One's a heavy hit, one's a smashing hit, one's a running hit. I can go into those a little bit better later when we start talking about the battle system. But right now I'm just talking about the character sheets. Super move. If your HP is 5 or below, spend 3 traits. Nope, spend 3 strength from your traits. And give a move double. Give a move double that amount of attack damage. So you're going to take your movement, double it, that's 6, and consider it an attack. Your item slots is for your item cards. So there's not a whole lot to discuss here. Here on your status bar, you have your health, your movement, your faction, which is like your grouping. There are beasts, there are the Children of Magic, there are the Horror Brigade, several others. This is what you're weak to, and this is your element. Now for the beast, he's weak to what looks like fire, but I'll have to look into that and find out for sure. And then this is the element, which he does not have one. A lot of them don't have elements. Now the back of the sheet of every single one of them is blank. You have no health, movement, faction, weak, element. Nothing's marked out, nothing's crossed out. You have space here for a card. You have space here for character, like signature moves and super moves, and item slots. I wondered if this was for creating new characters. It's possible. It's also possible that this is just intended for the characters' cards that don't have anything else. Like you don't have the character sheet, but you have the card. For example, expansion packs, booster packs, things like that. That is essentially, in a nutshell, what the character sheets look like. Next, we have character cards, which is in this large pile of cards all the way down here. Those are tactic, quest, event, tactic, battle, location, bonus. Whoop, there they are. Bonus cards and bonus cards. So these two stacks of bonus cards are where you're going to find your character cards. The only thing that I haven't spoken of about the characters sheet is your character card that you're going to place here and your give me just 1 second here, trying to remember what they're called. You have 3 cards that are related only to your character. That you will find your character card, and you will find these 3 tactic cards that are placed next to your character sheet. Here, let me show you. So let's say you're playing a snow. You're going to find your card, which if you really look at it, you can see how the card looks off center. You can see that there's like a second one behind it. You can see like a slight blue and a greater blue, like a duration there. And then you have 3 tactic cards. And for snow, you have right there. Slicing the Apple, Not So Innocent, and Snow's Charm. Those 3 cards are sitting sideways to represent that they are not in use. But we will get more into the cards in a later video. As far as character sheets, that's what they are. The next video, we will talk about some of the cards or some of the minor details, but probably major details, because one thing I learned working at a local cold storage facility, if you want to learn anything, begin teaching it. I knew my job well enough, but once I became a trainer, I started being able to do 3 times the amount of work. Not overnight, of course, but I still learned. And so I'm teaching this as a way to also help myself learn it. So that's it for character sheets. Thanks for visiting, guys. Until next time, God bless and much love.